up tonight we have Victor Guredam. Victor was born and raised in River State, Nigeria. He immigrated to Canada in May of 2009. Victor is currently studying Industrial Systems Engineering at the University of Regina as a scholarship recipient of the River State government. He is diligent and enthusiastic, enjoys music and art, and loves poetry. In 2010, Victor founded the Seaview Poetry Society at the University of Regina. He is currently the president of this society, which is a non-profit organization that coordinates poetry events to raise funds for various charitable causes. Together with the Japanese Students Association, they raised over $7,000 for earthquake victims in Japan in 2011. Most recently, Victor organized a Valentine poetry event at the University of Regina, with all of the proceeds going to the Regina Food Bank. Please join me in welcoming Victor.
Be inspired in order to aspire, so you don't expire or retire. Because it's not a satire where actors you hire, and when you're done, you fire. Even those in the level of sapphires, their salaries you cease to wire. With all the knowledge they've acquired, doing all that is required. In fact, they weren't tired. Outstanding qualities you admired. The good, the bad transpire. War, like a gorgeous attire, many will see and so desire to have a thing so surefire. Perhaps we should conspire, scribe a peace, mighty as an empire, fenced and protected with barbed wires. No one can fly across, not even vampires. All they will see is our bonfire. Since I am Esquire, I just have to inquire, learn how to acquire all that is required for these plans to transpire. These lines will make you perspire. You are my target, I won't misfire. I'm essential in this colony, just like Peace Mire. Don't mistake me for a spitfire, else I'll engulf you like a wildfire, burn and shock you like a hot wire. I make you go haywire, cause hey, I'm on fire. You can't reach me, I'm uninspired. Like a merry-go-round, I make you guide, and then you're mired. Play you like a liar until you're tired, cause it's dire to make you my esquire. I'll be your umpire, conduct you like my choir. You are in my shire, what a quagmire. Can't be saved by any prophets, not even Isaiah, nor Jeremiah, Hezekiah, Nehemiah, Hebediah, Zephaniah, even the father of John the Baptist, Zachariah. Peace, be inspired. Because with poetry, I strive to inspire the entire. Thank you. First, I'd like to thank you all for showing up, and thank Tara for putting this together. This is amazing. And before I continue sharing all my poetry tonight, I want you to understand something. All the poems you'll be hearing today are based on true life stories and based on events that occurred, and it tells my story. So, hope you guys enjoy it. And again, I would like to thank Ramses. He's amazing, and we talked in the back, so we'll be doing something later on, towards the end. Creative idea. And yeah, before I go to the next poem, I would like to share something, because when I was young, my fairy godmother, Fairy, he said, came up to me and like, hey, son, would you like to be a good poet or have a good memory? And frankly speaking, I can't recall what my response was. So, the next piece is about love. You know, when we leave, we talk about life, work, people, love. I'll start with love. And then it goes, well, it's a little bit of a sad poem for me because I wrote it a long time ago. That was, I was still in high school. And it's, yeah, I know. Wait till you hear the title. It's titled My Muse of Valentine's Eve. Yeah, it's not pretty. Before I go ahead and recite this poem for you guys, somewhere along the poem, there's another poem infused in it. And that poem is called This Valentine. And it was inspired this year. So along the line, while I recite this poem, you will know when I switch from my muse of Valentine's Eve to This Valentine. My muse of Valentine's Eve. Seeing them with their dears, loving and chatting in peers, devoid of a fear, nothing to ignite their tears. But for me, who cares? Perhaps love isn't mine but theirs. Happy vows, grooving here and there, cause that special Valentine is here. Under the setting sun, they stare into each other's eyes. Emotionally, they exchange romantic lines. In a union, they wine and dine together, promising to be in love forever. But here I stand, reciting poetic lines, expressing this muse of mine, though I have been with it all my life, but shall be over when I find my wife. They always leave me on Valentine's Eve, leaving me heartbroken and full of grief, reasons they forever refuse to give. But I'm glad I eventually got my relief. I thought I could live to love, but the heartbreak is just enough. I'd rather love to leave, cause I am done with this muse of Valentine's Eve. However, dark and lonely dungeon now I dwell, sad and empty line I wish to tell, waiting hopefully that it'll get well, but I should have thought twice before I fell. This is the place I now call my own, but I keep wondering why I'm all alone, no one around to even call my own, not even a voice over the phone. Lying flat on the ground, full of thought of how to get out of here, contemplating and calculating the way to move on, but slowly, thoughts of her begin to flow in. I couldn't figure her out from a distance, so I decided to give the thought a second chance. But for now, I am done with this muse of Valentine's Eve. I wonder if you know the toughest job on earth today, the hardest job.
Poet.
How would I tell you? There are people out there, they're working 24 hours a day, no pay, no vacation, nothing. They don't get paid. They work 24 hours every day. Mothers. And they have to do it. Why? Because they love us. So this piece goes to all the mothers on earth. And I'm sure everyone here knows one. If you don't know one, well, I don't know where you're from. This goes to my mother. It's titled Sweet Mother. Let me love you. Let me show you how much I owe you. Let me hold you by those hands, cause those hands, palms, fingers, together, they cup and protected my young infant head as I laid on your lap. Same hands held me tight in cold, scary nights. Those fingers shaping my physique and prepared those scrumptious meal. Your lips, lovely looking lips, those lips kissed me on the forehead and ushered the tender whisper, I love you, son. Those eyes looked deep and softly into mine in dark, weary times, assuring me yet again that you got my back. Those ears listened carefully and attentively to my plea, listened patiently to my whining cry at 2 a.m. in the morning. Your face wore that beautiful smile, steady, consistent, and real, endowed with such adorable curves, amazing dimple to crown it all. I have learned such beautiful laughter over seconds, minutes, hours, and years, growing under your loving care. I'm infected, and same shall I pass on. Your heart is filled with love, spirit puffed with positive energy, vibrant, athletic body that you passed on to me. Thanks, Mom. I remember your sweet alluring scent, just like the ocean remembers the hurricane. Your strong, yet tender, encouraging voice, just like the jungle remembers the lion's roar. The life in the rhythm of your heartbeat, the love in your scintillating brown eyes, the beauty in your lovely dimple on your cheek, the safe haven in your hello. I feel nothing but silent explosion, loud reflection of light, muted sounds of colors, not sweet, not sour, nor bitter on my tasteless tongue. But one thing I know for sure, mother, is that I love you, sweet mother. Thank you. All right, we've talked about love, we've been a little bit emotional. Let's have some fun. This is titled Intoxication, and yeah, the title alone, well, I'm pretty sure at least one person here will be intoxicated, so we're good. So I won't be out of place. You could be drunk on anything. It could be love, work, your career. It could be liquor. So you pick whatever it is. I wrote this piece in a bar. It was inspired by Alan. He came here for some seminar, and then I started writing it. I wrote 2 stanzas, and then later on, I went to the bar. I had 3 beer. I was intoxicated, and then I wrote it within 15 minutes. So let's see. We'll decide if I should drink more and write, or don't do it again. So you guys be the judge. Intoxication. Lust, dust is what you feel. Sense is numbed, even your knee. Invincible and free, least control, full on patrol, roaming and floating, knowing nothing but at dawn. By the hour of intoxication, oh gosh, rush, brush on shoulders, swept right by one another, united, connected but apart, some related, others perverted, mingling, mixed with odd unknown informalities. Pause to reminiscence on the true meaning of friendship, acquaintance, and relationship. Pray thee know that I don't abandon this ship. Lost caused by fairy flaky dust, emotional bust, built trust, thick crust, robust to adjust, not to be crushed by the insolence of your banality, calamity, adversity, diversity at prosperity's cost. Lost, dust. In the profanity of the symphony and diversity of prose. Odors of roses toss as you rose to the plate, hoping for a link, eliminating every kink, nor blink when you stare, nothing sense, making sense of the pair, rejected nor attended, dejected nor respected, accepted nor rejected. You find yourself wrapped in bubble, bundled in rubble, in such peaceful disarray. Oh, what a day, quite a play, perform with no delay, as it snows in the middle of May, only in Regina. Finally, find yourself a bay, as the time relay and decay. You want to be J, yay, hooray. Stick his slimy confetti on your face. Gross, disgusting feeling you can't erase. Fuck, what did I do last night? Oh wait, my head hurts. The performance is over. Say hello to hangover as reality takes over. The stage is empty. Your heart is hollow. Shit, I have to start all over again. Damn it. Yeah, this is my second to the last piece tonight. I decided to do something a little different. It's emotion. Most people say, well, guys are not supposed to show emotion. We're supposed to be tough, strong, and I agree with you, no doubt. But what is more easier? You tell me. This? I'm so hot right now. And holding it in, which is easier. Let it out. Share your emotion. It's okay for a guy to cry. That's good. So, this goes to everyone. And I titled it a Spanish word called sentimiento. I don't know if I said that right, which means emotion. So, here you go. Emotion, some say, is the spice of life. Others say is the soft spot of a man. The truth is 1/3 of what makes a man. Expression, emotion, commotion. Simple yet complex, soft yet strong. Strongest emotion, love. Saddest emotion, depression. The best way to handle it, expression. Awful emotion causes revulsion. Sweetest emotion brings felicitation. Expression, emotion, commotion. Like our sense organ, it senses, feels, and sometimes overreacts. Perhaps organ of hate or love. You decide what it is for you. Other than love, it brings commotion, suspicion, even confusion. Sometimes it could possess you. Right side, you're still in control. So you go ahead and call the shots. For honest and proper expression of emotion eradicates commotion. Thank you. And I'd like to invite Ramsey to join me for my last piece of tonight. We decided to do a little creativity here, music and poetry. And he's gonna play this in the background. And this very piece, I wrote it not too long ago, like last month. And it tells a story, it tells everything. And part of it tells what has been going on. So listen, it tells my story, where I'm coming from and where I am right now. It's titled 3:15. It's supposed to last for 3 minutes, 15 seconds. We'll see. 3:15. Heavy heartbeat. Sharp beeps at intervals. Beep, beep, beep. Faint surrounding sounds. Slowly open my eyes. Blinding lights. Blurred vision. Victor. 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 Your food is ready. Standing in front of the microwave, 3 minutes and 15 seconds have elapsed. Within this time, I went into a trance, stepped out of my body, stood aside to watch myself, saw who I was, who I have become, and who I yearn to be. Within 3:15, I visualized, analyzed, and vividly imagined. In reminiscence, I saw a young little lad, happy, young, and clueless, innocent, naive, and curious, adventurous yet timid, falling, always getting up.